This is Rob Turbot for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. Delighted to be joined by Eddie Hearn. Eddie, that was some fight.
It was unbelievable. How tough is Parker-Chisora? I mean, too tough for his own good sometimes. Great performance from Joseph Parker, and had to be a great performance, had to be well conditioned. Otherwise, he would have folded down the stretch, because Chisora just does that to you. So, amazing atmosphere, really good way to end the year.
What does that say about Joseph Parker? Obviously, the last fight was kind of nip and tuck. I think the scorecards were pretty close, probably much too close. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I had it like 117, 111, something like that. 114, 112. I don't really get it, to be honest with you, but he got it unanimously, deserved it unanimously, and it was a big night for him because it was a good performance. You know, it's a good win, and I think he's put himself in good position.
Where does he go from here? Obviously, we spoke the other day about the log jam at the top of the division. Where next for him? I know that Filip Hrgović was a name that was kind of mentioned in the immediate aftermath there.
Yeah, I mean, he could be in a final eliminator against Filip Hrgović if he wanted to take that fight. It's a good fight, and there's a lot at stake for the winner. You know, he could fight anyone. He could fight Wilder, he could fight Ruiz, put himself right back in the mix.
What about Parker-Chisora? As I understand it, he's already asking about getting back in the first quarter next year.
Yeah, look, you know, at some point, it's difficult because he's not regressing in training. You know, he's not losing his punch resistance, and he's boxing well. But he is 36 or whatever he is, and he is in a lot of tough fights. So, you know, it's a decision between his loved ones and to say, what do you want to do? He loves this, you know, and he could fight anyone. He could fight Wilder, Ruiz, Ortiz, and fill up stadiums and arenas. But, you know, it was another tough night at the office, and I don't know how many more you can have, but we'll support him whatever he does, and I believe he'll fight again. I'm pretty sure of that.
Run through the rest of the card quickly. Obviously, I understand we've got to get out of here pretty sharpish. So I'll start with Jack Cullen. Unfortunately, come up short in the European title, got dropped by a sickening body shot, and then the fight was over.
He boxed well, and he was winning the fight nicely. Sajo, we knew, was a huge puncher. It was a big risk to take that fight, but he wanted to win the European title. He'll come again, but it was just a sickening body shot. Zelfa Barrett boxed really nicely after a tough year, you know, losing his mum, and you know, it was a good win to put him in a good position for the IBF title. Lerone Richards, you know, who will get stick because it wasn't the most exciting performance, but let's just realise what he's done. You know, he's just beaten Carlos Gongora as the underdog in that fight. I don't think he lost many rounds, to be honest with you, in that fight, and he's still learning. He will have to go through the gears to make sure that he's, you know, going to entertain. But he's winning, and he's winning against quality opposition, so you can't knock it.
And elsewhere on the card, the women, Sandy Ryan, the scariest person in the building, and Rhiannon Dixon wins for them as well at the early stage of their career.
Yeah, good wins for them. Sandy's ready to step up now. Jordan Thompson, slightly poor last-minute opponent, 4-0, but good knockout, and he needs to step up. Spiteful from David Naika. Alan Babic was in a tough fight, you know, and very entertaining. Didn't expect it to be as entertaining as that. Probably shouldn't have boxed, coming off COVID and a couple of weeks' notice, but, you know, wants to stay active, and just a great night to end a very busy year.
Ending a busy year indeed. Final word from you before we break for Christmas, Eddie. What Christmas greetings have you got for the viewers of Boxing Social?
Just thank you. You know, thank you for your support. Thank you to everyone in boxing that's worked very hard during, after, in a pandemic, wherever we are at the moment, and probably been our busiest ever year. So we've got an announcement on Wednesday to try and announce January, February, March shows, get all that done and get everybody excited for what will be a massive year. We want to break 50 shows.
Eddie Hearn, thanks very much. Have a good Christmas.
Cheers.